Hello guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we have got a very cool topic lined up. We are going to talk about something called stacks and solve a tricky but a super important question. This question is actually one of those big favorites in job interviews, but don't worry, I will break it down step by step. Stack might sound fancy, but they are just a way to organize things, a bit like stack or plates. So a stack, what is stack? A stack is a linear data structure in computer science that follows the last in first out or first in last out order. In a stack, elements are added and removed from the top end, and only the top element is accessible at any given time. It is similar to a stack or plates where you can add or remove plates only from the top. Okay, so this is a question. Given a string s containing just the characters, and we have to determine if the input string is valid or not. So this is a condition given. An input string is valid if open brackets must be closed by same type of brackets. Open brackets must be closed in the correct order. Every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. So this is the example one. Open bracket, close bracket, true. So this is also a valid pair. Open bracket, close bracket, open square bracket, close square bracket, open braces, curly braces, and square and closed curly braces, true. And here this is open bracket and this is a closed square bracket, so this output is false. And the constant given as s dot length, it always starting from 1 and it should be less than or equal to 10 raised to power 4, and s consists of parentheses only. Okay, so these are the constants given. So let's jump into the question and try to solve it. Okay, so first we will try to write a method or function is matching to check whether the open and closed braces are of same type or not. Okay, so let's write one method of boolean type, private static boolean is matching. So let's give two variables here of char data type. One is for opening bracket or braces and other for closing bracket or braces. Okay, so here in this function is matching, we are checking whether the open and closes braces are of same type or not. So let's write it like this. If open braces is like this and closing braces like this, okay, if this is true then we are going to return it. Okay, so if this condition is true we are going to return true, otherwise false. We have this open and close bracket, curly braces, so we need to add those as well. Okay, curly braces on, curly braces closed, and open and closed square brackets. Okay. Okay, so if this condition is true, or if this condition is true, or if this condition is true, so we are going to return output as true. Okay, so this is our function code is matching, and now we are going to write code in is valid function. Okay, so here let's first create a stack. Okay, so here this line declares and initializes a new stack named stack that can hold characters. The stack class is a part of Java collections framework and is used to implement a stack data structure. It's parameterized with the type character to indicate that stack will hold individual characters. Okay. So here what this line is going to do, this line converts the input string s into a character array named chars. The toChar array method is a built-in method of the string class in Java. So what it's going to do, it splits the input string into an array of characters where each character corresponds to a character or in the string. Okay, now after this we are going to run a loop for each loop. So this is one of the shortcut form for the for each loop where we are going to where we have declared a char c and it is going to traverse from for each character from initial character to end. Okay, for char c to chars, and now in the loop we are going to define one if condition. So let's say for the first character we are going to check first character if c is equal to open bracket or c is equal to close open curly braces, or if c is equal to open square bracket. Okay, so if this is the case, then we are going to push the element into our stack dot push and we are pushing what? C value. Okay, now after this is a case for open braces or brackets. Okay, now if C is closed bracket or C is equal to closed curly braces, or if C is equal to closed square bracket. So in this case, what we are going to do, we are going to check one more if condition. If our stack is empty, stack dot is empty, we are going to check this, or if not is matching. We have already declared this function here. So if not is matching between stack dot pop stack dot pop and C. Okay, so what is this stack dot pop? This is our opening char and C is our closing char. Okay, so we have already declared this function here. Okay, so if this condition is true, then we are going to return false. Okay, now here we are just going to return stack dot is empty in the end. Okay, so now what we are doing here, we are first checking whether the open and closed braces are matching or not. So if this is true, if this is true, or if this is true, then we are going to return true, otherwise we are going to return false. And here in the isValid function we have a string s given, so we are initializing a stack, so here of character array, and here we are converting the string to char array, and we are going through each character of the string, and if our first character, let's say our first character is open braces, then we are going to add that into the stack, and again we are going to check whether the next character is open braces or closed braces. So if it is open, then we are going to push. If it is closed, then we are going to check whether our stack is empty or whether is matching condition is failing or not. So if this is true, then we are going to return false. So this, let's try to run this program first to see if we are getting any error or not. Okay, so here as you can see, opening is equal to this, and then closing is equal to we didn't close this. Okay, let's try to run it again. Return false, spelling mistake. So all three cases are accepted. Let's try to submit it. So yeah, this is accepted with the runtime 2 milliseconds. Okay, so Okay, so here let's understand this code by example now. So let's say we have this example, input is equal to this one. Okay, so what will happen in this condition? First, as you can see here in isMatching math function, we are checking whether open and closing braces are of same type or not. So if they are of same type, then we are going to return true. If they are not of same type, then we are going to return false. And here this is valid function, we are passing one string s, and we are also initializing a stack of characters, and here we are converting the string to char array, and here we are going through each element in a string one by one. So first we are going to this is our input string, so first we are going to pick this character. Okay, so first character c is equal to this open bracket. Okay, so now here after that we are checking if c is open braces or open bracket or open square bracket. So if that's the case, then we are going to push the character into the stack. So stack is initialized as a 0 where there is nothing in the stack. So now our stack looks like this. Okay, since we push the element into the stack. Now second step, again we are going to iterate through our for each loop, and we are going to, this time our c is this one. Okay, so c is equal to this one. Okay, now what we are going to check, so since c is closed bracket, so this will not be executed, this is false. Okay, and now here you can see if c is this one, it is matching, so this if statement is executed. After that we are going to execute one more if statement. So here we are checking whether if stack is empty or not. So our stack is not empty. Okay, since in stack we have this char. Okay, so now what will happen, this statement will be executed. Okay, so now we are going to check whether stack.pop and the new c is matching or not. So what is this condition, not equal to is matching stack.pop. So in the stack we had this element. Okay, so we are going to in stack.pop, this is the char, open bracket, and c is this one. Okay, and this one, so I write it here. Okay, now what will be the output of this one, is matching this one. So we have already defined this function here, so this condition is true, so it is going to return the true. So not equals true, this means it is false. Okay, so now this is false, and you know our stack is not empty here. This was the first condition, so false, false or false. So according to maths or operation, output will be false. Okay, so if this statement is false, then this means that it will not be executed. So after that is will not be executed here. So our if condition is false, then we are not going to proceed further. Then again we are going to check for the next character. So there is no character after this, so we are going to this function return stack dot is empty. So now since we already pop the element from the stack, this element from the stack when we are checking this if condition, So now this will return true. So this is the output for this input. Okay, now let's say if we have input like this. Okay, so what will happen? First we'll check this element C, this, and we are going to push this element into the stack. Okay, after that closed bracket will come, and first we check whether stack is empty or not. So stack is not empty. Stack is not empty since stack has this element. Okay, so which means output of this one is false. And then we are going to check is matching. See here, opening stack.pop. So pop element this one and push element is this one. So this will give is matching this and this. So it will give false, false, and not false is equal to true. Not false is equal to true. So false or true will give out true. True. So what is going to after that? We are going to return false itself. So in the loop itself we declared false. Okay. Now we return the false. So this is the output, final output. Okay. So this is how it will work. Let's take one more example, like here this. So first C is this one, stack. We push the element open bracket. Then after that C is this one, and we are going to check whether stack is empty or not. So stack is not empty, so false. And then we are going to check whether this is true. So is matching will give true output, and then it's going to be false. So false or and false, false or false. False or false is going to be false. So this if condition will not be executed. Now we are going to next step. C is equal to this. Okay, and since we already popped the element from the stack last time when we were checking the if condition here, so now stack was empty. Now we are going to push this into the stack, and again fourth step, C is equal to this close bracket. So when this is closed, then we are going to check whether our stack is empty or not. So stack is not empty, so it will give false. And then we are going to check is matching stack pop. This condition is matching stack.pop. So from stack, this was the element, this one, and this one is matching true, and true not gives false, false. And so if both are false, or so this will not be executed. So this statement will not be executed if both are false. Okay, so after that we are going to check the next char. There is no char, so we are going to come out of the loop, and then we are going to check this statement. So it will give the true output. Okay, so this is how this program works. Okay, thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope it helps. If you like this video, then please share and subscribe. Bye bye.